setting like ultra low.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm waiting like 10 years for somebody to make, Monster Hunter, but indie, and you fight, 6 polygon creatures.
Sounds
It just
funny.
looks like the DS Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
True. Me too for me. Dobby, how back are you?
I'll take that as a maybe.
I
Yeah.
didn't hear anything, so
Yeah.
What? Was that Dopey or was that a deep sea monster?
Everything.
we're being. Wait, hold on.
No,
hold on.
I'm good. My
Scratch.
my mic fell as I was messing with stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
It's just Parsec kicked me out.
his
So.
microphone, quote unquote, fell, end quote.
Yes.
That's what you're gonna tell the EMTs when you need to go to the hospital.
I didn't eat it.
Okay.
No, but he fell on it.
What were we saying?
You fell on.
No,
your
not
microphone.
you. Okay. Whoever we want to resume this.
I
I'm
don't
not
see the
streaming.
screen. Oh, okay.
We're not streaming.
Well,
I will
I'm
be right
streaming,
back.
just not over Discord.
1 minute.
Yeah, my you know how like Ethernet cables have the one thing you're supposed to push down to unplug it because it locks into place.
Yeah.
My cable doesn't have that,
Outstanding.
so it's just loose, and that's why the Celeste streaming sucked the other day.
I'm gonna be right back.
I see. No, protagonist. I mean, continue. Host.
Or we can wait on like 2 different people.
What are we waiting on?
Both of them just AFK'd a second ago. Also, incredibly funny that I went like, hang on, I'm gonna restart stream, and I clicked stop streaming, and then I clicked start streaming, my internet died. Or, not the internet died, but like the computer lost connection.
So did you get some extra tape or something?
No, I just pushed it in.
Okay, so it's gonna happen again.
No.
Yes.
Listen, it's not like I started using this cable the other day. I've used this cable, I think, since I moved in, and I haven't had issues.
But this isn't the first time that you talked about this.
Yeah, because it's not worth fixing.
Because it's not the first time this has happened.
Yeah.
It's not worth fixing.
Just tape it. It's not hard. Doesn't cost much.
I'm lazy.
Just tape it.
You can do like literal like duct tape.
I mean,
Yeah.
the real solution would just be to buy a new cable.
Yeah, but you can do like a lazy fix. Even the
tape.
lazy fix is too lazy.
Because I really don't want to go below my computer. Or below my
Yeah.
desk.
Damn.
I don't
Speaking
like
of-
getting on all fours.
Speaking of getting on all fours, did y'all notice that Lord Van Zeeks is an anagram for Lord Dracula?
Oh, I didn't notice.
I don't believe.
I am.
You made that up. didn't
You did.
What
Yeah.
do you mean I made it up?
My brain immediately went for like, where's the V? Like I tried to spell the things out, and literally the first letter is a V, which isn't in Dracula.
I was thinking it was like some obscure, like he's talking about like the German spelling of Dracula or something.
Yeah, something like that.
I didn't realize you were just trolling. So
Sorry.
It's a good bit.
Thank you.
Team's jet.
Who's Leams?
Yes. Mr. Leams jet.
Me when I play D&D and one of the villagers is called Deus Ex Machina.
Yes.
What was it, Fred, that you had? It was an exposition skeleton or something like that?
Oh, yeah.
The exposition skeleton comes to tell you that you forgot the key in chapter 2. Okay, bye!
I stole that from something, I forgot what, but I found it funny enough to include it. Because when these kinds of things happen, you have two choices. You either try and mask it, or make it funny at least.
Yeah. There was something like that with the D&D campaign with Enel. Enel is running a D&D campaign based on like the Book of Many Things. And we spent like a good 4 hours going like, yo, you know what would be cool? And then 2 of his players dropped, so I joined the campaign.
Damn.
So I chose a character that's really dumb on purpose, so I wouldn't have to cheat.
Amazing. No, but your screen is spazzing the fuck out.
Yeah, it's because for some reason the alt tabbing is doing that.
I see.
I'm very confused by other things, so give me a second.
There's a lot of confusion going on.
No. At this point, it's called fission.
I'm supposed to be live on YouTube, but I don't actually have a thing. And that's what's confusing me. Alright. I'm gonna restart the stream one more time. Okay, are we good?
Yes.
Okay.
No. Ah!
Are we waiting on someone still?
I wanted to mess with stream. It says I'm offline even though I'm supposed to be streaming. What the fuck? I hate this. I hate everything.
Streaming's
See.
hard.
Okay.
What?
Twitch shows the stream.
Okay.
And YouTube still doesn't work, so I give up.
Alright, we're not streaming on YouTube anymore.
Okay. We good?
Bring those plays back.
Okay.
We good? We good?
Funnily enough, we can easily read you.
Are we
Ah.
good now?
Wherever we want to start from.
Right.
Where are we starting from?
You can go protagonist.
Can you
Yeah.
make it so that it's not flashing it like?
Yeah, that's literally you just being notified that I'm alt-tabbed.
Where you don't want to get in the left again. Right. You may go protagonist. Cool.
Juror number 3, he said the following. The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop. But we see now that he had no choice.
Yes.
Does Fred not have mouse? Alright, more flashing.
I'm trying to catch flies in my mouth. I'm hungry.
Okay. I don't know why I didn't flash that time. Whatever.
My lord, Mr. Judge, sir. Sure, sir, if I may.
Sure.
Yes. I don't think in all good conscience that I can say the man's guilty now. Yes, I'd like to see this trial continue so we can get to the bottom of what really happened. Bazinga. What about you, sir?
Eh, who, me?
Yeah,
Well, alright then. If there's a hole in the prosecution's argument, it should be filled in. That's what I say. I'm a hole filler.
Yeah.
True.
Bro's a bitch. Like, I don't care if he lives or dies. I'm just trying to get back to work. And then is now like, okay, I guess we can continue.
I mean,
Oh, well,
Oh. Let me
oh, well
do one
done,
more thing.
Melodo-san. That was wonderful.
Let me do one more thing. Let me do one more thing.
Oh god.
Always with
Well,
the-
my
always with the
dialogue
things with
got
this guy.
skipped, but I'm sure it was wonderful.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Well, we've managed to change a couple of minds at least. It strengthened our position somewhat.
My PNG
Yes.
that's linked to my microphone, because my microphone came unplugged, it was set wrong. So my mouth wasn't moving.
It will prompt the other members of the jury to reconsider their stance as well. They'll be asking themselves if the current leanings are really right or not. Now, if only... If you could just identify one more clue and discrepancy that would make them stop doubting Natsume-san. You might be able to... pauses. Tip the balance completely.
Yes, that's exactly what we've got to do.
Indeed.
And Zeke's looking to bring this trial to an early conclusion. That's what we have to prevent, by whatever means we have at our disposal.
Ellipses.
Yep.
Thank you, counsel. On with the summation examination, please.
Yes, my lord.
Yes. I didn't get to read that part.
It's because it's generic, I'm done.
It's not
I'm
important.
done.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful
So we
for it.
got the whole, you know, green coat. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I'm gonna be mashed harder. But we got the whole bros got a green coat too, and felt
With
the
the finishing
exact
blow,
same
she
thing.
knew how to do Susato takedown.
Stop the takedown.
Sauce takedown.
Ah. Probably maybe this one.
Okay, yeah, I could get it. I see. So her plus the green coat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's try that one. I feel. Yep. It was.
Objection. Those two statements clearly show a flaw in the juror's reasoning. Point.
A flaw? What are you talking about, counsel?
Well, juror number 2, juror number 6.
Her
My-
person.
What do you mean, sir?
Fuck you, Fred. I hate it.
Minnie Mouse.
Say nothing.
Think perhaps the old man didn't hear you.
Unbelievable. It's not like I was loud or anything.
What?
There is at least one fact of which we can be sure here. The bookshop receipt found in the defendant's room clearly indicates that on the day of the attack, he had been to your books and purchased a number of second-hand titles. He then returned home on foot.
But the man says he had no recollection of his return journey.
That's correct, however. What he does remember is seeing someone appear in front of him on the way. Someone in a green overcoat who suddenly collapsed on the pavement before his eyes.
Yes, we're well aware of this. The poor young woman has been stabbed, obviously.
Objection! Can we really be sure of that, madam?
Why, whatever do you mean?
Oh, I'm sure you've heard juror number 6's account of what happened to him that day. That same afternoon, there was somebody else apart from the victim who was wearing a green overcoat and who fell over on the icy streets in the neighborhood.
Oh my!
Hmm?
Oh my goodness. You mean
That's right. I'm affirming, of course. Shh. Too hard of hearing, juror number 6.
Are you really just suggesting that the person in the green overcoat whom the defendant saw collapse in front of his eyes Who's the jolly old gentleman on the end of the bench here with me today?
What
That
the
is
fuck are you?
entirely possible, yes.
I didn't know Fred's voice could do that, and I hate it so much.
That's
After all, the old man
Yeah.
has a somewhat similar build to the victim. Ooh.
Let's not call people fat now. Hold up.
Oh, the illegal maneuver.
Wow, look at that.
My goodness me.
Sorry. I say you need a pee?
Crucially,
Moving on.
What the fuck?
we
Moving on.
know precisely where the old man in the green overcoat fell.
On Calabash Road.
Therefore, if the person who Mr. Natsume saw collapsing in front of him was in fact juror number 6, it means the defendant must have taken the long route back to his lodgings. And if that's true, then clearly the crime scene in Briar Road where the woman was stabbed was not on his way home.
Oh my!
That last bit's kind of awkward, considering we've already established the construction work going on.
No.
But, yeah.
Who cares?
You idiot old man, if you hadn't been so daft as to be roaming about there, we'd have boxed this off hours ago. I just want to go home.
And really, what were you thinking wearing such a befuddling coat?
That's just mean.
What'd you say to me? Is it a crime for the elderly to walk the street these days? Is it a crime to slip over on the ice?
Yes.
It is a crime to keep up in the latest styles and wear a beautiful egg green overcoat, is it?
Hold it.
My lord, I do hope not cause any inconvenience, but... Gotcha.
You would like to change your leaning, I presume.
I do declare that I would. I should like to call for a verdict of not guilty.
Oh, thank you.
And I say, I would too. Would what? I don't know. Is it a crime to change your mind? Is it? Well, young man.
And America 2025, yes it is.
Kind of is.
Shit, I can't make that joke anymore. I can't make it on stream, no! This one was intentional, I don't care.
Cancelled.
Cancelled forever.
It's cancelled by the billionaires.
Yes.
Judge.
Well, that summation examination has concluded with a rather large shift in opinion.
Wow.
Wow.
The A2 knows for so the nose had it. Nose guilty, these nose.
This man gotta be fired. What the fuck was that?
Which means we, the jury, no longer have a consensus among the members of the we. The jury.
They do. The consensus is not guilty.
The trial will continue.
Alright, my turn.
Man, they should not have had those
This
beers.
is bullshit. Crunch.
Could it seem churlish of me to drink from my hollowed chalice moments after raising an objection?
Yes.
Yeah.
Only to crush it in disgust. Pray forgive the discourtesy.
Lord Venzix?
It seems I must retract my earlier remark.
What do you mean?
I mistakenly credited these jurors with intelligence by describing them as insightful.
Honestly, fair.
Yet we have just witnessed them falling for a cheap trick performed by an Eastern entertainer.
Eh?
What do you mean?
No joke. I haven't tricked anyone. Everything I've said is the truth.
Indeed. Stalwart Juror number 5 was undoubtedly repairing the road as he claims. I believe you said it was a good 2 yards of the pavement which you had excavated, sir?
That's right. Took me the whole day, and they paid me a measly tuppence for it.
Now, my learned Nipponese friend, tell me. Do you have any notion of the distance that 2 yards represents?
Nope.
The yard. I'm Japanese. Well.
No matter, I'm not Japanese, but I still don't know what the fuck a yard is.
Who knows?
2 yard is a little less than 2 meters. Why did it take him the whole day? Is he shit?
Just a bit off. Less than 2 meters. That's not much at all.
In other words, a distance readily vaulted by anyone of moderate vigor.
2 meters? What the
Well,
fuck?
I feel like that's good.
I can't make 2 meters.
Would you not agree, my stalwart friend? It is time for my turn to trick the jury.
Me? Well, I can't say you're wrong, no. What? Ridiculous.
And did you perchance erect a sign to prevent pedestrians from passing the site of your works?
What? I wouldn't dream of it. What a waste of time.
Regulations.
Yeah.
No, coaches would have had a hope of passing anyway. We just turn any gentlefolk back when they come. Kids just jump right over us all the time.
The fuck are these kids doing? The accused is no gentleman as far as I can see.
Damn.
I have little doubt, however, that he could spring over a 2-yard trench in his meanderings around town.
Ah,
Is that true? Is it? The incontrovertible truth is that the books just purchased by the accused were found at the scene. There can be no doubt that on his way back to his lodgings, Mr. Natsume walked down Briar Road.
Were they though? We can't see the titles.
Crushed in a single sentence.
And, old man.
Oh.
I said, old man.
You can talk? My bad, I thought you was corn.
You say that at around 5 o'clock on the day in question, you slipped and fell on Chicken Road. Pray, was there a suspicious-looking Nipponese behind you at the time? It's okay, you can be racist. This is America 2025.
I can't say I remember.
You don't remember?
Ignore the fact that none of us can see behind us. How about a wager, my learned friend? You say it was this old man that the accused saw. But I would lay 1,000 to 1 against you being able to prove it.
Yeah, 1,000 to 1.
Woodman's explain yourself.
My lord?
If you had such a trenchant argument up your sleeve, why in the world did you not proffer it during the summation examination?
Simple, my lord. I'm based. I wanted to give this young foreign student the sightseeing experience he no doubt came for. That's not what I thought the text box was going to say. I wanted him to see for himself how the opinion of the jury is so readily swayed. But my hospitality has its limits, and they have been reached, I feel. I will now take off my jacket. Look at my bicep. So, my learned friend, today's sightseeing tour of London is now over.
What? What are you talking about?
My lord, the prosecution requests permission to call its next witnesses to the stand.
Granted.
I really,
Bailiff, bring forth the victims.
I really wanted to get Emma for the next pilot, but she is unfortunately not based, so whoever wants to can fill in, I guess.
What does that mean?
You'll understand.
Next witnesses.
Next witnesses, question mark.
Neruda-san, do you not remember? We've been told on several occasions that there were eyewitnesses of the incident.
Yes, I remember. One of them being in Scotland Yard policeman, no less.
I'm afraid that it's likely to be the prosecution's next witness.
Alright, no matter who Ren Seeks brings to stand as witnesses, and no matter what they say, I believe in Soseki-san. I know he's innocent. And I'll keep believing to the very end, until this battle is over.
Who are these
Witnesses,
clowns?
please state your name and occupations for the court. Who wants them? Who wants to float with each other?
What do you mean with each other?
Who wants to float with each other?
I'll be the woman.
Anyone else?
Anyone else? I can take it.
We go for it.
Constable Rolly Beat, sir. Nothing to report on the streets, sir. This helmet is delicious.
And I'm Mrs. Mrs. Beat. Beatrice is my name. I'm proud to say I'm this young town's hero's loving wife.
I'm too close to the mic, you're so loud.
Also, who wants to guess the pun on their name?
Roly
Wow.
They're beat cops.
What did Amp say? I think he got it.
Roly poly.
No, actually.
They're beat cops.
Who cares? What's the story here?
Well, in truth, we've not been married long.
I see.
She has a deep voice, I gotta say.
In fact, we celebrated our first anniversary only the other day. You pick which one you want to.
I like that one more.
I mean, do you want to trade?
Your mic is speaking, by the way.
Mouth
No,
noises.
no, it was your husband I was asking about. Tired.
Hardly surprising. Whilst being an honorable occupation, patrolling the beat is the most demanding work in the world. That's the joke, by the way.
Wow.
Pat and Rolly.
Oh, really? I'm sure I've heard that before, actually.
Indeed. Apart from rare days off, our gallant officers trudge some 20 miles a day, you know. They patrol boarding houses and pubs, collect taxes, survey the streets, check that meters are reading true.
What?
And they're responsible for keeping the streets clean, and lighting and extinguishing our streetlights.
There are a number of items in that list that don't sound much like balloting duties at all.
Sounds like budget cuts. I mean, I wouldn't be falling asleep on my feet. I have had a collapse long ago.
But it goes without saying that a policeman's primary duty is the apprehension of criminals. Even when he's off duty, a constable is expected to investigate and resolve any crimes on his beat. For the London Bobby is a man of honor.
I thought his name was Roy.
And a man of lumber.
I'm tired.
On the day in question, this man and his wife were walking down Briar Road in the opposite direction, and they witnessed the incident as it occurred, Is that not correct, Mr. and Mrs. Beat?
That's right, sir. Isn't it, Raleigh? I have to be right back.
These fucking gold diggers.
Constable Rolly B, sir. Nothing to report on the streets, sir.
What a great witness he's going to be.
I'm kidding.
That was great. Keep going. Keep going.
Yes, sir.
Shit. Dead.
Dead.
Collapses in the spot. Dies. I can do that one though. We'll have to wait for his buried.
It was our wedding anniversary, and Rolly was taking me out for a meal. There was no time to change after work.
Damn, you didn't wait.
Anyway, two silhouettes appeared out of the fog and on the pavement in front of us. All of a sudden, one of them just collapsed on the floor. Then, the others scattered something before running off. We ran straight over, of course, and then went for help at a nearby police box. It was definitely that Japanese man in the dock. Rolly and I both saw him as clear as day.
I'm so glad I didn't have to say anything.
Stay asleep, my love.
This is extremely compelling testimony, I must say. Oh, I got my beer out of my mouth. Good.
Oh dear, this policeman and his wife are claiming to have positively identified Natsume-san at the scene. If their testimony is true, the alternative course of events that you established in the summation examination will be quashed, also known as we're fucked.
My learned friend, please ignore the obvious contradiction in that testimony. It is death knell, in fact. Because that alternative was never viable in the first place.
What a chancing. And on your wedding anniversary, too. Chancing?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. But I still managed to go out for the evening with my man. I thank the Lord for that.
Gosh golly!
The life from London, Bobby, sounds very hard indeed.
Indeed. Indeed! However, this cross-examination will be over in minutes. You may well have time to rest this afternoon.
Oh, we're almost done. What do you mean by that?
My learned friend, the witnesses saw the face of the man fleeing the scene. They are testifying under oath that it was without doubt the accused, Mr. Soseki Natsum.
Yes.
And one of these witnesses is a policeman, no less. So you appreciate the gravity of the situation, I'm sure.
Yes. Except that the man's so tired, his wife has to do all the talking.
Lucky man. In a preamble, counsel for the defense, commence the cross-examination, please.
Oh, yes, my lord.
Right. And now we mash the Q button.
Hold it. No time to change after work, you say? Are you also a member of the police, Mrs. B?
Young lady.
He said he was back.
Oh, okay, well, goodbye your ears.
Oh no, sadly not. It's a job for strapping young men only. Women, children, and the elderly. Can't even apply.
Really taking your time chewing this one, huh?
Well, I think you can probably see why children and the elderly can't do the job, can't you?
I think Roy looks ever so handsome in his uniform. It suits you down the ground, doesn't it, darling?
Hi. I just finished my beat. Pat and I were heading back to the station. I was actually planning on getting changed there.
Is he talking in his sleep? This is kind of creepy.
Oh no, Riley! I much prefer you in uniform.
I feel like you're speaking through a speaking spell.
Sometimes I don't recognize you when I see you in plain clothes.
Oh dear. That doesn't seem a healthy fetish.
Kindly adhere to the point. You were going for a meal after you had finished your beat for the day, correct?
Sorry, sir, yeah. Although I was fit to drop, to be honest, after spending the whole day on my feet. But policing is my life, sir. As long as I'm the proud owner of this, I'll serve my city and my queen to the end. Or at least until bedtime.
What's that now?
That's my warrant card, sir. Proof that I'm a London copper. It has the noble founding principles of the force written on it as a reminder to all us policemen of our sworn duty. To patrol the streets of London town and uphold the peace of the common man. Hiya! Sir, if it was such a noble cause, I could cover 20 miles every single day without fail and without a grumble. Because I know that the plodding of my boots is all Londoners need to hear to feel safe and secure.
So, fighting crime doesn't appear to come into it then.
But, just on that one particular day, I was looking forward to celebrating my wedding anniversary. Mrs. B puts up with a lot being married to a bobby like me, and I want to show my dear wife just how much I care.
Oh,
That's
Raleigh.
both of them.
I don't know where you will start and I end.
I mean,
No,
I think Raleigh starts at "Oh Pat" and Pat starts at "Oh Raleigh," but maybe that's
Probably.
just me.
Oh, I love watching couples flirt in public. Their young love is such a joy to behold.
Well, if it's a little over the top, perhaps.
I read OPAT, and I was like, I don't think, like, I forgot that it's short for Patricia or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's not right. And then I was like, wait a second, my name is Rolly.
Yeah, I said who wants to float together for a reason.
Kindly describe what happened next.
And then we fucked.
Yeah. Passionately. In the
then
fog.
I made him pregnant.
On the streets of London.
Two silhouettes.
That's right. They were coming towards us,
They were coming?
walking up the Briar Road in the opposite direction. I gave up on whatever the fuck that was. I'm going Christopher Walken. There was a rather plump figure followed by a scrawny, thin-looking man.
That does sound exactly like the victim's picture in this print. And like Natsume-san.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, unfortunately it does.
And you're certain that at the time there was nobody else nearby?
Oh, yeah. Quite certain. It was dark, you see. But there are streetlights on Bridle Road, you see.
You see?
There was nobody else around at all. Isn't that right, my darling?
I gotta say, she's a great ventriloquist.
Yeah, that's right. Of course, there's a light fog on the ground. The Briar Road is straight, and you could see a fairly long way down the pavement. And there's a street lighting as well.
Before sleep takes a firm hold, your answer, please, Mr. Beat. Are you quite sure of what you've just said?
Yes, sir. As a cop who spends all day, every day keeping watch on the streets, I'd swear to it, sir. I'm as sure as my love for Patricia is true. Oh, Pat. Okay, don't respond.
Oh, moly.
They broke up live in the courtroom.
I'm drafting up the divorce papers as we speak.
It falls back asleep.
Still maintaining that there was no one else found other than the victim and the attacker. It's starting to seem like that must be how it really happened.
It's beginning to seem like there's nowhere to run.
No! Well, that didn't stop Mr. Natsume, did it? He fled the scene all too convincingly.
Someone was throwing a knife and that was...
Thank you.
Judge.
Hey, what's the thing? Thank you. I believe we have a reasonably clear idea of the situation just before the incident now. What happened in the crucial moments that followed?
Hold it! Scattered something? What do you mean by that?
Oh, well... I
Yes?
couldn't quite make out
I'm gonna die of old age.
at that time. But then when we got closer, we realized what it was. Did we, oh my darling, Blue the Demon?
What? Yeah, that's right. It was some old books.
I see. Old books.
Yes, sir. The culprit had dropped a number of them all around where the victim lay on the pavement.
Indeed, as clearly pictured in this photographic print.
Clearly.
That wrong Japanese man. That when he did the deed. Oh shit.
Ooh, that's kinda... I don't know. Let's not forget that it remains to be established that the defendant was indeed the attacker.
I would not have structured that sentence that way.
But we saw him. There was a man in the dock without question, sir. That mustache, that hunched back, the cat-like eyes, that taut mouth, that snub nose and everything.
The what? The hunchback?
Any more insults you want to throw in?
That's right. He looked down at that poor, defenseless woman with those terrifying almond-shaped eyes. And then suddenly threw his books onto the pavement and ran away.
I see. This is tough. They seem as though they're telling the truth here.
May I remind the court that this unambiguous testimony comes from a policeman and his wife. Now please, continue.
Yes, sir.
What was in ye?
It falls back asleep.
Hold it! What do you mean, police box? I mean, what, was it your husband who went to fetch help?
No. I went. I may not be the police officer myself, but I am the proud wife of one, after all. Isn't that right, my darling Blue the Demon?
No, that's right. I asked my loving wife, Mrs. Beat, to go. I was off duty by that point. But Bobby is never truly off duty, of course. So I felt obliged to stay and guard the scene.
Very laudable, Mr. B. Mr. Beats!
If you'll excuse me, I'm going to beat off.
Preserving the scene of the crime is a task of considerable importance, Mr. Beast. I mean, Mr. Beats.
That's why I sent Patricia, you see. I told her to find the right police box.
Forget my ignorance, but what do you mean exactly by the right police box?
It depends on the crime's location, you see, as to who deals with it. The woman was stabbed wasn't actually on my beat. So I told Patricia the way to the police box where the beat the incident fell under so she could go and report it.
There, as quickly as I could, and asked for help from the Bobby on duty, which was also my husband. There is nothing more potent than a young couple in love working together, you know.
And thanks to your swift response, the case was quickly resolved. The actions of two model citizens.
Oh, please. You're making us blush. Isn't he, darling?
Yeah!
Hey! Yes, sir. What Patricia said, sir. Bye.
Let's move on then, shall we?
Windows shutdown sound effect. Oopsie. That was not the Q button. Oh well.
No, that's it.
That's
the
it.
entire testimony.
What do you think, Naruto-san?
Well, I hate to admit it, but on hearing testimony, it really does seem as though Mr. and Mrs. B saw what they say they saw. Mr. Natsume running away from the scene on Briar Road that day.
Yes, I feel the same.
So if that's true, where does it leave us?
The members of the jury are sure to call for guilty verdict after this testimony.
Oh no, then what will we do?
If Kazuma-sama were here,
What are you trying to say?
I think he would try to find a contradiction somewhere else within their testimony.
What do you mean, somewhere else?
The statement about seeing Natsume-san is unequivocal. Calling that into question won't help. But if he could identify some other part there of their testimony that appears to contradict the facts, you might be able to discredit them, to make the jury doubt if the pair's memory of the day is accurate.
Alright, of course.
Put simply, you must focus on finding a discrepancy in these statements somewhere. If we don't, I'm afraid the trial may reach an early and unfavorable conclusion.
Why do I always seem to be so up against it?
I think it's pressing this one. Because I meant to just say. Yeah, it was clear as day. But it wasn't clear that day.
It's true.
Also BRB food, but
You wouldn't-
just like for me though.
Okay.
But surely you wouldn't have been able to see his face for the light of the gas sheet lamps, would you? He's dying.
Me when I'm a woman and I'm
Help!
a cis man.
Help!
I said we just leave it like this with Ren.
I'm dying.
Bro, she's not gonna read the line.
We are
Witness,
going
please
soft-
stop strangling the other witness, please.
We will be stopping soon no matter what, just putting it out there.
Yeah. Felix is not reading the line.
We absolutely could. Us Londoners have exceptional eyesight, I'll have you know, you Japanese freak.
Right. Uh-huh.
The light from the street lamps was more than enough, you Japanese freak. And my husband already told you that the fog was only light, didn't he?
Yeah, yes, and what of the fog?
We're famous for across the globe, I believe. But it's an absolute menace to those who have to live with it, of course. With great eyesight comes great responsibility. Oh, it is! When it's thick, you can't even see the hand at the end of your own arm.
Yes, alright, I take your point. Now, could you stop shaking your husband to death?
The fog makes her eyes very sharp, you see. You Japanese freak. That's why we can tell for sure and certain that it was that little Japanese man we saw.
I thought you were gonna say it was that little Jap chap, and I was like, oh, that's actually kind of.
Hey,
Let's
please,
not. Let's not say slurs.
I'm only going to say slurs to my dear husband.
The police officer.
Yes.
The person least likely to do anything about it.
True.
Exactly.
It was the accused, and no mistake. The mustache, that hunchback, did I read this already?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
As far as this couple's testimony is concerned, there can't be any question. If it was Soseki's hand they saw running away from the scene of the crime.
Mr. Lawyer, sir, can I ask you something?
Oh, yes, of course. What is it?
Well, you keep asking us all those questions about everything we've told you, so... It seems like you don't believe her testimony. Is that right? Is it? Well, out with it. We'll kill you, you Jap.
What? No. Oh no, it's really not that at all.
My husband's a policeman, remember? And I know what I saw. Don't come near me. Remember every last detail, everything, like... Oh, I know. What about the books the man dropped?
Yes, the books.
I could tell you the names of every single one. I could. Every single one. And you dare to question how reliable my testimony is. I will prove it by killing my husband.
Please.
That will do, Mrs. Bates. No, I won't do at all.
Let me die.
That Japanese lawyer has no idea what I'm capable of. Murder, for one. Even if I decide to forgive him for insulting us, I don't think for a minute that Broly will, after I kill him.
I really didn't mean to cause any offense. Please, put your husband's fist down.
Slam. But perhaps you would like the opportunity to supplement your testimony, Mrs. Bates. Might that appease you? Please don't kill us. Oh, thank you, my lord. That would settle things nicely. Wouldn't it, darling?
Outstanding.
Wow, I
Oh, yeah.
wonder if
Oh,
it's still
yeah,
going to...
name every book.
Yes.
Are you a book reader, are you? Name every book.
Right. Yeah, we know that there were books dropped at the scene of the crime, as you say.
Those purchased by the accused at the nearby second-hand bookshop on the day in question.
After I'd been to the police box for help, Well, I decided to have a good look over at that area for good measure. I am a proud policeman's wife, after all. I did it for you, Rolly.
No
And,
response.
what was your husband doing at the time?
Sleeping.
Oh, he was laying face down in the snow, getting some well-deserved rest.
Uh-huh.
He works ever so hard, you know. Ever so hard. Don't you, my darling?
You could have said aren't you? I thought you were going to.
Interesting way of guarding the scene of the crime.
Well, Mrs. B, seeing as you've regaled the court with tales of your powers of recollection, take off your shoes. Would you be so kind as to recount the titles of the books you observed at the scene? I'd be happy to. Now, are you all listening? Especially you, the Japanese lawyer. There was a picture of Monsieur somebody or other, and what is it, yearning? And then there was a meal for someone, and the last one was definitely the thingamy's something. You see?
Huh.
Perfect memory.
But you just
Okay.
see 4 books?
Yes.
Yep.
The gay books that they had.
Gay books, gay books.
Right.
Okay, books. Except there's one more than there should be.
Yes, I see that there are 1 or 2 holes in your memory.
Oh well, they were along those lines, I'm quite sure.
There were indeed books found at the scene with titles along those lines, as you put it.
Well, what did I tell you? So I think it's very mean the way you've been implying that my testimony can't be trusted. Just because I'm blonde. Don't you agree, darling?
I'm
Oh.
a shooter. I'm packing. Anyone who accepts my Patricia will have to answer to me too. And my 6-shooter.
Like shooting people in the
One bullet for every hour of sleep he doesn't get.
It's true.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Even Van Seeks like damn.
Nah, he's bullet, but it's like, ah, yes, terrifying.
Oh boy, he actually really is terrifying. So that's it, is it? That's
Yeah,
the entire
well,
logo
yep.
library, so that's okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I understand. It's totally the books that are very suspicious. I understand.
You said we're stopping soon. How soon is soon?
I don't know, like 10
Dude.
minutes.
What?
Like 15 to 10 minutes.
15 minutes. Do we think we can do present? Do we think we can present?
I would be down to stop soon because I gotta go take a poop.
The question is just, do we stop before or after we present?
I don't care.
Before.
Okay.
Then then.
We're stopping.
Because it's pretty obvious what we have to do.
Okay.
You need to present the note that says the names of the books, right?
Yes.
Because if you look,
Remember that for next time.
because if you look,
3 books.
3 books. That's it. It's that simple. That's
Wow.
simple.
Alright. Good night. I'm tired, y'all. Going to bed, y'all.
Alright, good night.
Maui.
Later stream.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.